Hello beautiful souls and welcome to my channel Roseology. So this video I believe is the third or fourth video in a series on my channel where we use the tarot to decipher your own birth chart, and I will link the rest of those pick a card readings down below if you want to check out some other pick a card readings that I've done for your birth chart placements or your birth placements. So yeah, today we are diving into your own natal Neptune placement and how this energy impacts and manifests in your life. Obviously, it's really helpful to know your chart, but it is not necessary, and that is what has honestly inspired me to start this series in the first place, was for people that didn't know their chart. So either way, as long as you intuitively select the pile meant for you today, Neptune will still deliver a message to you, okay? So go on ahead and head to the comments or the description down below for the timestamps to the meditation in each pile, because I'm going to take a couple minutes here to explain who Neptune is and what her energy is like. I like to explain my readings before just jumping into them because I think that it helps you guys to tap even deeper into the frequency of these readings, okay? Now, Neptune is a generational planet that rules the sign Pisces as well as the 12th house. Neptune has the strongest gravitational pull in our solar system and is the big sister of the planet Venus. So naturally, Neptune is a planet that draws you in with great force because she is so spellbinding. I just posted a video 2 days ago. It's my most recent video where I broke down the guts of Pisces and Neptunian energy. So I'll link that down below if you want to hear more on that as well. But Neptune pulls you in, and this is a gas planet, so there's no sort of structure or dense enough energy to create any sort of form or anatomy or framework when we deal with Neptune. So this is a planet that dissolves boundaries, limitations, illusions, structures, arrangements, compositions, and anything with form. Neptune completely dissolves. This is why we deal with blurred lines and illusions with this planet, because there's no clear frame or structure. This lack of configuration is what makes Neptune so powerful, though, in terms of intuition, higher states of consciousness, and healing. She evaporates the lines between realities, conscious and subconscious realms, spirit and human, physical and metaphysical, life and death. I say a lot that we should microdose Neptune's energy because too much of her energy can lead to addiction, substance abuse, escapism, really bad coping mechanisms, denial, and illusions. Neptune is not temperamental, but she's relative, much like the theory of relativity, where it's like she says a reality is your reality, but relative to what? What reality or truth are you comparing your reality or truth to? So she blurs the lines of facts, and that's how she opens us up to all that exists. But with the right amount of Neptunian frequency, we can tap into the full fabric or makeup of our own soul, our own ethereal body, and the universe around us. And that is what is pure enlightenment right there, okay? So that's who we are hearing from today, is this beautiful Neptune energy, this beautiful planet Neptune. And before we get to this reading, let me just say, like I always do, that this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you need to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and to help you select a pile with your third eye and not your physical ones, I will be offering a 60-second meditation. 30 seconds into that meditation, I will be placing crystals for those that like to pick piles with objects on them. Now, for this particular reading, this is a timeless reading. Do try to focus on one pile, but if you are drawn to another pile, that's because there's another message for you in that pile. So if you'd like to participate in this meditation, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet and working that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 3 seconds and exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, the universe, your higher self, or all of them to connect you to the energy of your natal Neptune or the mother Neptune. Once you've done this a few times, you should be ready to start that meditation. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Now we'll start that meditation right now. All right, here on pile 1, I have a honey calcite on pile 2, pyrite, pile 3, aragonite, and pile 4, lepidolite. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds to meditate with the crystals on each pile. All right, hopefully that meditation was enough time for you to pick a pile and tap into your own psychic awareness. I want to take this time to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, an amazing spirit for these messages today, as well as the sacred Mother Neptune for coming through. Now, I will see you guys at your pile to see what the great Mother Neptune has to say to you today. All right, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your oracle or your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards. So let's go on ahead and see why it is that people are so drawn to you, okay? The very first tarot card that we have here is the beautiful 7 of Pentacles. All right, so there's something about the mind here that I'm picking up, like first off, like really strongly, there's something about the mind here. And I know that this is a Pentacles card, and Pentacles deals with material things and, you know, things like that. It's more so the swords that deal with the mind, but I do not read tarot cards based off of their definitions that you can find online and just, you know, I don't subscribe to anything like that. You guys already know that. But what I'm seeing here is you have a very strong effect on people's minds. You tell them things that are very informative or full of knowledge. And what this does is it plants seeds in the minds of the people that you come across or talk to. You leave such an impact. And the crazy thing is they don't even notice it. They think that you've just imparted some sort of wisdom into them, but it actually shapes the way that they perceive things. And because of that, they start to do things differently. And those actions lead to minute changes in their own life that make really big, greater impacts later on. But it's a seed that you plant with your own words or ideas, or maybe just your energy, and it grows or sprouts the way that there's a pentacle underneath this tree here. Let me just hold this back up. But as you guys can see, there's like a pentacle underneath this tree here. There's something about how this pentacle is at the root of this tree, but it is sprouting to these leaves and these branches at the top of this tree. So it's like it's hidden, you know, this is hidden. This is beneath the dirt. These are the roots, right? So those are the things that we can't see. And whatever is going on within those roots under the earth and the unhidden realms, that is what is manifesting in the seen realms and the things that we can see. So that is exactly what is happening here. And that is why people are drawn to you, because you plant seeds into them, hidden seeds that they don't necessarily realize is like, wow, you just said something that really sort of shaped my perception or my view or my something, but they don't necessarily see it. And what it does is it ends up sort of manifesting because it plants in their mind, it plants in the hidden realms of their life and their energy, and then it sprouts into their everyday life, the things that you can see, their material life, their environment, their own body, the way that they carry themselves. You know, these are the things that you can see, are the branches and the leaves and the top part of the tree, right? So, you know, another really big thing here that I just got, wow, that just swept in really, really intensely, is you're a very humble person. You're so humble, but it's not in a way where you pity yourself. You just know that respect is a very rare commodity, and it's important for you to know that you did everything you could to be a good friend, a good daughter, a good son, husband, wife, mother, father, friend, human being in general. It's a very important thing to you. Okay, so let's go on ahead and check out the next card here, and we have the beautiful 8 of Pentacles. All right, so what I'm getting here with this 8 of Pentacles is you're very resilient and you do not give up. You find a way to work with whatever it is that you've got. This is a case of trying to make the best out of situations, using the environment around you to take care of yourself and your loved ones. Beavers, they chew trees in the wild until they fall, and then they use that fallen tree. And look, it is funny here because we have a tree here and then we have a beaver. And beavers, they chew down trees until the trees get so fragile that they snap, they break, and they fall. And then these beavers, they use the fallen trees as scraps to build their home, to build the place that they belong in, to build their shelter, the place that keeps them safe from the elements. So people are drawn to you because you make lemonade out of lemons. You take hard, difficult, or scary situations, you chew them down like the beaver. You take these really hard, difficult situations, you chew them down like the beaver, and you use the scraps of the past as a shelter or home for the future. So you are crafty and creative, but you're very enduring. And this is why so many people around you or in your life are drawn to you, because they see you as a fixer. Like, you'll know what to do about this or that situation or this or that person or this or that thing. So people come to you because it's like, you know who can take this really bad, terrible experience or situation or this inconvenience and actually turn it into gold? You can. All right. And the third card here that we have is the Spirit of Cups. Beautiful. And this is otherwise known as the King of Cups in reverse. See, people are drawn to you because you do not let your emotions get the best of you or of the situation. You're just a very calm force of energy. People don't see you break down or get emotional or get into a state of panic. So they feel like you have a really good grip on life. Now, with the King of Cups here in reverse, this is more masculine energy, one, but two, you may only express your emotions when no one's around or to a very small exclusive group of people. But you have very deep emotional depth for this King of Cups to be here. But you have divested from bearing your emotions for the world to see, because you may look at that as, if I emotionally break down, then my family or my loved ones or whomever depends on me won't have anywhere to turn to. They won't have a stabilizing force. They're going to find more panic. So it seems like you've sacrificed your emotions in order to be the voice of logic and reason for everyone else. You're very selfless, but make sure that you are taking care of you though too, because so your natal Neptune, it may be in the sign of Pisces. This is just what I'm picking up here. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. So this message still applies to you if your natal Neptune does not fall in these particular signs or houses, but that's just what I'm picking up energetically. So your natal Neptune may be in Pisces, Cancer, Virgo, Aquarius, and that would be the 12th, 4th, 6th, and 11th houses. Your natal Neptune may as well be in any of the earth signs. So that would be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and that is the 10th, 2nd, and 6th houses. As well as your natal Neptune may be in a water sign as well. And that would be either Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and that would be the 12th, 4th, and 8th houses, okay? So let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what else it is that we're seeing for you guys in terms of your natal Neptune and why exactly people are so drawn to you. Now, these oracle cards here, I flipped them with the intentions that these oracle cards would be a message from your Neptune. Okay, so we can definitely receive messages from the planets, you guys. They talk to us all the time. So let's go ahead and see what your natal Neptune's message is for you today. The very first card that we have here is beautiful. It says, baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. I'm loving that. Loving that entirely. Then we have here, you guys, I really don't know how to pronounce these words, so please forgive me if I mispronounce these words. I don't have any sort of Indian culture in my own heritage or background or ethnicity, so I do not know how to pronounce these cards. Please forgive me if I do. For anybody out there, I have so much respect for all other cultures and religions and traditions. So I absolutely hate mispronouncing the names. Cultural appropriation is one thing that pisses me all the way off. So please forgive me if I mispronounce these, okay? This is, it looks like Ohas, I'm not sure. And then here we have Parvati, and I'm going to be reading the definitions from these cards out of the book. And then the final oracle card that we have here is surrender. I can release my need to control. Wow. Wow. Okay. So we're going to be starting off with baby steps. So yeah, your natal Neptune wants you to get in touch with your emotional depth, because like I said, I'm picking up on a lot of masculine energy in this pile. Doesn't mean that you are a male. We all have feminine and masculine qualities, whether you are male or female, no matter how you identify. But your natal Neptune wants you to tap into that deep emotional ocean of yours. It's almost like your Neptune wants to take care of you because, like I said earlier, you might be sacrificing yourself for everyone else. Well, Neptune isn't for that. She wants to take care of you, to heal you, to be there for you. That the way you can tap into your intuitive side, not just for others, but also for yourself. You may be a teacher as well. I don't know why, but I keep seeing the image of a teacher, somebody teaching. Like maybe a school teacher, a spiritual teacher, religious teacher, something along those lines. Or you could be seen as a teacher to your family and the people around you. Metaphorically, it could just mean that a lot of people come to you for advice and answers, and that can be draining on one person. Okay, so it could be metaphorical, it could be literal. But yeah, I don't know why I just keep seeing the image of a teacher. Teaching a class, teaching a group of people. You may be a teacher in this life. That may be another thing that your natal Neptune is trying to say to you is you are a teacher. You're meant to impart wisdom. So that may be why so many people are also drawn to you as well, is because you are a teacher. People are looking for answers. They're looking for solutions. That is you. Okay. And moving on to surrender, I can release my need to control. Yes. So you may have a bit of control issues here. That's kind of what we deal with when we deal with like a teacher or something like a parental figure, right? Is because it's not that they're controlling us in a way to say that I don't trust your judgment or I don't think that you're capable enough to make good decisions. But sometimes it's just like, I'll handle it because I know how to handle it. I know how to make sure everything's taken care of. That the way, you are dealing with the best situation, that the way you're dealing with the best circumstances as possible. But sometimes that can come through as a bit of control issues. So you may need to sort of release your need to control. Neptune may be coming across to say, surrender to me, come into me, surrender to me, allow me to overwhelm you, allow me to take you in. I just recently spoke about Neptune in my what was that? My Neptune, my new moon in Pisces video. It's inspired by the new moon in Pisces video. I literally just uploaded it yesterday or the day before yesterday. I will link that down below if you're interested in checking that out, where I really get into the guts of Piscean, Neptunian, Jupiter sort of energy and how we can use that energy to actually heal and learn how to flow into a state of flow. Okay, but yeah, that may be another thing that your natal Neptune is trying to say to you. And let me grab the book really quickly so that the way I can read these cards for you guys. Goddess of devotion, love, and yoga. So you pull upon Parvati when you have taken immense action towards becoming your highest self. Wow. In Hindu mythology, Parvati was in love with unattainable Shiva, who was deep in the mountains practicing yoga and detached from the material world. She knew he needed the feminine to bring him down to earth, but he was totally inaccessible. Instead of begging and pleading, Parvati decided to become her highest self and seek enlightenment through yoga. Her family objected, saying women cannot become yogis, but she headed to the mountains anywhere, where she stood in a frigid stream, balancing on one leg for uncountable months or years. Eventually, Shiva felt her immense energy and fell in love with her because of her strength and determination. Parvati represents commitment to practice, unbreakable willpower, and the power of self-transformation. Continue your journey towards enlightenment. Beautiful. Like I said, you are resilient and you don't give up. And again, there was like a little nod here to the feminine energy. So for sure, Neptune really wants you to tap into your emotional depth so you can access even more of your own intuition. Like it says about the story of Parvati, she decided to become her highest self in order to reach Shiva. So if you've been looking to reach your highest self or are already on that journey, then accessing your intuition through surrendering to your emotional depth and your feminine energies will really connect you to your own natal Neptune and really connect you to your highest self, okay? And the next card that we have here it says, subtle essence of health and well-being, peaceful and patient. Like I was saying, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Yeah, for sure. Okay, it says, so one look is all it takes to see how much ojas, I don't know if I'm saying that right, please forgive me if I'm not, but to see how much ojas someone has. Have people been coming up to you and telling you how healthy, rested, and happy you look? This is ojas. Ojas is the subtle essence related to health and well-being with which you are filled. You radiate good health with your glowing skin, peaceful demeanor, and patience and patient essence. Your dietary and lifestyle choices are showing up in your appearance, and your inner state is reflecting in your outer. Continue caring for your sacred vessel and nourishing your body with the foods and practices that make you thrive. Yeah. So for sure, like I was saying earlier, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Keep taking care of your body and health. The body is the key to accessing your intuition and highest self. It's all connected beautifully here in the cards, which I'm loving. But yeah, so pile one, this is all that I am seeing in terms of a message from your natal Neptune and in terms of why people are so drawn to you. So this is all that I'm seeing, pile one. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I truly do pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength, and a little bit closer to your natal Neptune mother, your divine mother. And I want to take this time to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, amazing spirit itself, and the amazing Neptune herself for coming through with this message today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed. Please keep conquering the world, and I'll be back later. All right, bye guys. All right, in pile number two, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards. So let's see what it is that makes people so drawn to you. What spell do you put or have people under when it comes to them just being drawn into your own gravitational force, right? So let's go ahead and check that out. The very first tarot card that we have here is Judgment. Beautiful. All right, so starting off with this first tarot card here, the first thing that I heard here is people are drawn to you because you seem unattainable. You are like that prized possession that people just cannot get their hands on. You know, like when someone tells you you can't do or have something that it makes you want it even more. You have an air about you that's like you are forbidden fruit. You may even have Lilith moon in your first house. That's a separate reading that I'll be doing very soon as well. But there's something about you that people feel like you are off limits or like they cannot get to you, like you are out of their league. You know, that's just what they think. That's what I'm picking up here. So people almost idolize you without really noticing it, but they put you on this pedestal where they feel as though you are too good for them, or they are inadequate to you. I also feel like people think that you are cold or mean, possibly, or a difficult shell to crack, or it's hard to get close to you. But that's the one thing that makes people act very differently around you. People lose a bit of their confidence and assuredness when you are around, as well as you are someone that transforms themselves, for sure. For sure. You aren't the same person a year ago or a month ago, and it's difficult for people to know if you still want them around. It's like they have a bit of insecurity, like they seem so different. Like, are they even still interested in being my friend or being around me or speaking to me? It's like because you change or you transform so much, you evolve, it makes people feel insecure and inadequate about the fact that maybe they're still stuck in the same place. And it's like you're growing and they're not able to keep up with you, basically. So it's like they wonder like if you still want them around or if they can keep up with you or if you're even interested in them. There's some sort of weird like, what is this? And then this looks like a trine down here as well in this Judgment card. There's like a trine down here. And a trine in astrology, especially a grand trine, makes energy harmonize. So trines in our birth chart can make us a bit lazy in that area because it's something that just comes naturally to us. It's something that we're just effortlessly gifted in. So yeah, this is just you. This is just you. This is just something that is like that's just your energy. It's just your vibe. Like you cannot help that. This is just the frequency or the vibe or the energy that people pick up around you because it's just you. You just operate on this frequency. The next card that we have here, beautiful, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God, I love this card. It's such a beautiful card in this deck. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so you're constantly reinventing yourself. Just like I was saying with this Judgment card here, you keep up with the wheel of life. So many of us struggle with that, but you, pile two, you have an ability to move like mutable energy, but also ground yourself like fixed energy. So it's like you're fluid, you do your own thing, but you're very secure in that. You're very grounded in that. The one constant about you is that you are always evolving or changing or growing or maturing. It's important for you to be able to look back a year from now and physically be able to see the changes that you've procured in your own life. That's something where it's like, that's just extremely important for you. People think that you just have like this magic touch because they can't figure out how or why you are able to keep up with the times and the changes. You wear change You wear change, or you handle change and transformation like it's a piece of cake, or at least you make it look really graceful and glamorous. So people see you as fearless in the face of change and truth. And that's what people are very drawn to you about, is your ability to not be scared off by change and the truth. You're not terrified of that at all. And then we have the card here 20 and the card here 10. And then again, we have Jupiter. Like I was saying, like this is just you. This is just you. You just wear it like it's just you. But you have a very, very, very strong magnetic pull towards you. You know, Jupiter is kind of like that, he's kind of like that big life of the party, you know. He really sort of pulls in people's attention for sure. Jupiter is all about abundance, right? So it's like he's just this larger than life personality. And that's what I'm getting here is like, I don't necessarily feel like you're a very larger than life personality. I don't know, you may be, but I definitely know for sure that your vibration is it's huge. Like your gravitational pull, your orbit it spreads far and wide. And so it's like it's very easy for people to almost be able to sense you when you're in their vicinity. That's just the vibe that I'm getting here. It's like they can almost sense you. It's like the second that you step into their vicinity, they can just feel that something or someone is around that they need to pay attention to. Next card here that we have is the 5 of Swords. Wow. Okay. I'm loving this. Exactly like I was saying, you are as gentle as this butterfly and as dangerous as this shark. Like I said before, you move like mutable energy, but you ground yourself like fixed energy. You have extreme polarities to you, but you wear them like they fit together. And this is what confuses and captivates people about you all at the same time. Oh, this is what it is. Okay. You're like someone leaving the read receipts on in their text messages, you know, like an iPhone. Like you scare the shit out of people because they know that you are really special and really different. You're not like other people. So that's what makes these people want to get into your closest circle and stay there. Because like I said, you can be dangerous just like a shark, where at any point in time, if someone isn't being who they claim to be, you cut them without a thought or a tear shed. For judgment, the Wheel of Fortune and this 5 of Swords to be here, you will cut a person off and move right the hell on if they are not being who they claim to be. You believe in authenticity over everything, which is, you know, this Judgment card here. You believe in authenticity over everything. And if that's not what you are getting, then they don't get the butterfly version of you. They get the shark. You know, like when you leave your read receipts on and it's like somebody can tell that you read the text message and you just didn't respond, and it just tears people up. You know, it's like, oh my God, like, you're leaving me on red. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm getting the vibe from you here. It's like people do not want you to leave them on red. They do not want to be the person that got left on red by you of all people. It's like they just can't take it. They just can't take it. It's like people literally hold their breaths around you. What is this? It's like this weird thing where people feel like they need to be in your life, because if not, then they're missing out on something. People get a huge case of FOMO not being around you. The fear of missing out. People are really scared of you coming at them as well with the truth, because you tell it like it is. With this Judgment card and the 5 of Swords here, you tell it like it is. So your Neptune may be in Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo for sure, Capricorn, Leo. And those would be the houses. So your Neptune may also be in the houses, the 8th house, 11th, 7th, 6th, 10th, or 5th houses. Lots of confidence. Like you very much know your worth. As well as Taurus. Yeah. Also have a Neptune in Taurus or in your 2nd house. I picked that up a little earlier on and forgot to mention that. But yeah, you definitely know your worth. You know, you really, really, really know your worth. And then this card here, there's the sign for Jupiter is in this card. So your Neptune may be close to your Jupiter. It may be opposing your Jupiter. It may be squaring off with your Jupiter. It may be in conjunction. Your natal Neptune may be interacting with your natal Jupiter in your chart somehow. Or as well as your natal Jupiter could be in the sign of Sagittarius in your 10th house, which is ruled by Jupiter. All right, so let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards now. I shuffled the oracle cards with the intention that Neptune, your natal Neptune would come through to deliver a message in your oracle cards, okay? So let's go ahead and see what your natal Neptune has to say to you today. And we have here, breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Wow, that's powerful. That's really powerful. Beautiful. Peace. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. I love that. And judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, okay? And the last two oracle cards that we have here. You guys, please forgive me if I mispronounce these names or these words here in this card. This is a Hindu card deck. So please forgive me if I mispronounce these words, if I mispronounce these names. I hate mispronouncing words and names and things from other cultures and traditions and faiths and things like that, because it's like I have so much respect. So please forgive me if I mispronounce this, okay? But it says here Ajna, and then the very last and final card that we have here is Tamas. Starting off here with breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Yeah, so people feel like they have to be the person that they claim to be, or like they have to be their ascendant sign to even be accepted in your presence. Like they have to be the highest version of themselves. It's like people feel like they have to be on their best behavior because you just don't tolerate anything less. You don't tolerate anything less than a person's highest version, basically. So what is it? Are you sort of, this might sound like a weird question, but are you sort of famous or something? Or do you have like a lot of followers in social media? Do you have like a prestigious position at work? Do you make a lot of money? Do you come from a very well-known or respected family? There's a lot of respect around you. And there's something here where people feel like they can't live a certain experience without you. You're like that popular kid in school where it's like once you're kicked out of the group, like you're out of here, you know? And people are terrified of that. People are terrified of you like coming down and saying like, no, you're not allowed to be in this group anymore. It just sort of reminds me of that, where it's like this really prestigious, exclusive group that everyone's sort of trying to get into. People really hold you to a certain standard or a certain degree. And that's why they're so drawn to you. And this is a spell that you have people under. As well as, let me say this before I move on. We also have a lot of purple here. So your crown or your third eye chakra is very active for you, or maybe an energy center that your Neptune wants you to get in touch with, okay? Now, moving on to peace, I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. Now, peace is what you are looking for, and this is why you are so sharp when it comes to slicing through bullshit. Five of Swords, Judgment card, Wheel of Fortune, and not allowing certain energies and people to be around you. You may have also learned through pain or betrayal that not everyone is who they think they are or claim to be. And this has made you a shark, but you have a very gentle, soft side to you that makes you very loving as well, like represented with this butterfly. And that may be what you're really trying to protect, is like, I have a very soft, gentle underbelly, you know, the underbelly of me, the undercurrent of me beneath the surface is very soft and gentle and sweet and loving and giving. And I have to protect that, because this world, I know all too well how this world truly is. And that may be something that you're just very serious about protecting, as well as, like I said, if you do come from some sort of family, well-known, well-respected family, you know, you may be trying to protect that. If you have a lot of money, if you come from money, you may be trying to protect that. If you are a person that is very well known, you may be trying to protect yourself, because you know that people come to you just solely off of your name or what it is that you have or what it is that you represent. And you're very protective over that, because you have a lot to protect, my pile too, okay? Judgment, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, like I was saying with the shark here. It goes hand in hand. And we have another Judgment card, Judgment and Judgment. Just realizing that right now. Yeah, so you're trying to protect something. And you understand that you have to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to protecting this thing, because there's certain people out there with the sole agenda to have what it is that you have. And you already know that you cannot be friends with people that want to be you or want your life. You know that, and you are very aware of the fact that even if you don't come from money, even if you're not famous, even if you don't have a well-respected name backing you up, you're already the type of person that knows that you cannot be friends with something that wants to be you or wants to have your life. Maybe there's people around you that they look at your relationship and they're like, damn, you're couple goals. You already know you can't be friends with people like that because they may have a very warped perception of the only way that I can have this type of relationship or the only way that I can live this type of life is to be you. I know that sounds really creepy, but pile 2, that's something that you have to be very, very careful of because there are people around you that they're in awe of you and they're captivated by you, but there's some that they have, like I was saying, this warped perception where it's like the only way that I can live this sort of life is to be you. So my pile 2s, trust me, I am far from trying to spread any sort of fear or paranoia. Please do not be afraid or be paranoid because like I said, you're already very on top of protecting the truth. You're already very on top of protecting what you know to be true. You already know that people have this weird thing when it comes to you. They have a very weird thing when it comes to you. People are just very captivated by you. They almost want to be you. You already are aware of that. So you're already doing a very good job of protecting yourself. But this is definitely something that to be aware of. So if you don't know this about yourself, be very aware of that fact, okay? And I'm going to go on ahead and read the definitions out of the book for these 2 cards here, okay? So give me a second, you guys. Third eye chakra. So it says you have been using your 6th sense recently. Your intuitive powerhouse. Yeah, you've been using a lot of discernment. Wow. You've been using a lot of discernment. You know exactly who's around you. You know how life and the world and people can truly be. Your intuitive powerhouse, the third eye, and it is guiding you in the right direction. Your third eye sees far beyond. Get that to focus. Your third eye sees far beyond your 2 eyes and the limitations of your mind, which can only dream up what is known. Your intuition speaks to you in whispers and visions and feelings. Find the language of your third eye and continue to follow its hunches as you have been. Like I said, you already know. Yeah. The more you become aware of it, the easier this dialogue becomes. Your third eye is taking you on the very journey that your soul was put on this planet to fulfill. You came here to live, to love, and to learn. As long as you continue viewing the world from your third eye, you will surpass all limitations and find yourself limitless. Trust your intuition and keep moving forward. The path will continue to illuminate as you take the steps. Beautiful. So yeah, you guys have a lot of discernment. You guys are very connected to your third eye. And if you're hearing all this and you're like, I am nothing like this, just know that you are like this. You're just not tapped into this part of yourself yet. If you think that people are not that interested in you or drawn to you, you're wrong. They are. You just haven't tapped into your own spirit yet, basically. Once you tap into your spirit, this is all going to hit you like a ton of bricks. Let me just say that too. If you have intuitively picked this pile 2, your intuition told you this is your pile, just know that this is who you are. This is your energy. You just haven't tapped into this part of your energy yet, okay? The next card that we have here it says density, dullness, and inertia. You are in a period of hibernation, which is sometimes needed to blossom into a butterfly. And we have a butterfly here. Wow, I love that. Okay. It says your body is between lines of a poem, notes of a song, steps of a dance. Use this time to fully rejuvenate your system, allowing proper rest and food. Know when it is time to emerge from your cocoon and show the world the gifts you have been cultivating. Stillness is only balanced when followed by action. Okay, so this is literally what I was just talking about, is like, if you do not feel like this pile is speaking to you because you're like, I'm really quiet, or maybe I'm really introverted, or it doesn't seem like I have a lot of people that are just drawn to me. This card was literally just explaining what I just said about that, which is basically you're in a period of hibernation. So for some of my pile 2s, some of you may be in a state where it's like you are coming in to this part of your spirit. You are developing into the person that you are turning into, like it said in this card about you being a caterpillar, going through your own metamorphosis, going through your own transformation into this butterfly. So you may be on track to becoming this person as well. So you honestly may be on track to becoming famous, to becoming somebody that is very well respected, very well known, very with a lot of notoriety, with a lot of money, maybe even. You may be on your track to becoming this person. Okay, so that may be what it is that you realize later on in life you really have to protect. Wow. Wow. As well as your natal Neptune may be in the signs Leo, Pisces, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius possibly, or Capricorn. And that would be the 5th, 12th, 2nd, 4th, 8th, 9th, and 10th houses. And your natal Neptune does not have to be in any of these particular placements for this message to still apply to. If the message resonates, then it resonates. Don't be worried about if your Neptune actually falls in these places or not, but I just wanted to put that out there in case you do know your birth chart, okay? This is all that I'm saying for my pile twos, you superstars. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some beautiful love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time out to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, amazing spirit itself, and the amazing mother Neptune herself for coming through and delivering this amazing message today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed. Please keep conquering the world, and I'll be back next time, all right? Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards first before getting to your oracle cards. So let's go ahead and check out your tarot cards to see why people are so drawn into you and what sort of spell it is that you have people under, okay? The very first card that we have here is 7 of Wands in reverse. Okay. You're very good at diffusing people, pile 3, in situations. People may think that you're very malleable, maybe even like a yes man or a yes woman, because you don't take things so seriously, because they can't understand, they literally can't comprehend how someone isn't fazed by certain things. You, pile 3, you don't get up in arms over every little thing, and that's what people are most drawn to with you, is you avoid unnecessary dramas, but you stay on that same energy where it's like what you say in front of their face is the exact same story you tell behind their back. Best believe that is the deal with my pile 3s. They're honestly lucky if you even care enough to mention them when they're not around, because you could legitimately care less about the things that others seem to care too much about. You may come across as very aloof as well, like you're just not overly stimulating. You know, like a piece of dessert that's too sweet, it's too much sugar in it or something. It's like it can almost turn that piece of dessert sour or bad or disgusting because it's too much. I remember the other day I just laid in bed without falling asleep or meditating or being on my phone or listening to music. I turned all the lights off and I just laid there for about an hour because I remember my brain literally telling me I do not need to be engaged right now. I just need a break. In a world oversaturated with stimuli, you are a breath of fresh, calm air. People don't have to be on 1,000 around you. Like I said earlier, you diffuse people in situations. And when I say diffuse, I'm not just talking about when people are angry and something's about to like pop off, but even on a day-to-day basis, you're just calming to others. Some people I describe as like sort of caffeinated beings because they are wired and they wire other people up. They pump other people up. They get other people tense. You, pile 3, are a cool glass of perfectly chilled water to someone that's been on too much caffeine. You just calm them down. You calm them. The next card that we have here is the 9 of Cups in reverse. Beautiful. So the thing that I'm getting with this 9 of Cups in reverse here is you may be the type of person where even when you are happy, you don't show it very much. You may come across as unresponsive, detached, or indifferent, but that's the one thing that people love about you and you love about yourself. You don't like to wear your heart on your sleeve because you don't like to give people too much information when it comes to whatever is going on internally with you. You don't trust people enough to do that. It's not even like a trust thing. You just don't see the point in taking a chance with someone knowing certain details about you. Some of you are trying to be more private because you see people's true colors or actions or intentions with the 7 of Wands in reverse here. So you're very private about your own endeavors and intimate or personal life. This is going to sound weird, but people like you or are drawn to you because you don't have very high expectations of people. You're too discerning to put that much faith into people. You're very spiritually and emotionally intelligent, but also very grounded. You have dealt with some bad, maybe negative people or people that were spiritually and emotionally unevolved or immature, less mature than you. So you know not to put a lot of faith in people. You don't give people more than they can handle. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. You just don't give people more than what they can handle. But people just think that you're just easy to deal with, but it's like, I'm not easy to deal with. You can't, I'm not even going to try to put those expectations on you because you're probably never going to reach them. And it's not that you're like narcissistic. It's not that you feel like you're better than people. It's just that you're very aware. You're very truthful about the fact that some people, a lot of people, cannot equate up to even their own expectations. So you don't have a lot of expectations on people. You're one of those friends where it's like People don't have to plan an entire birthday vacation for you. Like, you're one of those friends that's very low maintenance. You're a very low maintenance sort of person is what I'm getting here. You're very low maintenance, but you enjoy being that way. You're just very truthful. And then the very final tarot card that we have here is the Ace of Swords. Okay, so exactly. You just know. You've been given this sort of knowledge or deep understanding of people and how people can be. This may be knowledge that you came by through some tough situations, and so you've learned about people in the world. You're not cynical. You're just careful. There's a really big difference because you do not lead with skepticism, pile 3. You're someone that doesn't talk about how people suck and how no one can be trusted and the world is a miserable place. You're not like that. 9 of Cups in reverse, like I was saying, you just don't wear your heart on your sleeve. Even though you have every right to, you don't. You observe and you keep your observations to yourself. You don't police people. That's what people love about you. You don't police them. You don't try to control them or pressure them or guilt them into being something that you already know they're not capable of being. You allow people to be them and to do them. That's what people love about you. But the funny thing is they think that you're just a nice person or really easy to deal with. But there's so much more depth to you. My God, it's like I'm not just a nice person. You just literally wouldn't understand me. All right, so let's go on ahead and get to you guys' oracle cards here to see, because I shuffled the oracle cards with the intention that your natal Neptune would come through with a message for you today, okay? So let's go on ahead and check out your oracle cards to see what your Neptune has to say to you today, okay? The very first card that we have here is, look at that, service. I feel good when I can help others. Wow. Like I was saying, that's just sort of you. Like, you're just somebody that's very easy to deal with. You're very easy to deal with. And people think that you're doing this to be in service to them. People think that you're doing this because you're just a nice person or you're looking out for them. But you're just like, no, I just don't. I'm not going to trust you with that much responsibility to put anything onto you because I do have very high expectations and I don't expect you to even equate up to them because you can't probably. More than likely you can't. You're just very honest about it. But yeah, that's sort of what I'm getting with the service card. As well as your natal Neptune may be coming through to say, service is what's going to really help you feel good. You may already be somebody that helps out a lot with maybe donating or charitable work, things like that. But yeah, anything of service is going to really help you feel good when you can help others. So that's one message from your natal Neptune. The next is here we have Earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Yeah. Exactly. Like I said, you're also a very grounded person. And then we have the Earthed card here. And it says learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Like I was saying, you guys, you know people. And because you know people and you know how people can be, that's why you don't have very high expectations. So that's you being in the world, but not of it. I am human. I am just like you. I am walking the same journey. I am living the same incarnation. But I do not have these expectations of you. I am in this world, but I am not of it. I am living in this world, but I do not have expectations of this world. I'm learning how to be human. And so this is why you're so toned down. I am not of this world, and I understand that of myself. And this is why I do not have high expectations of people, because I know that they already cannot equate up to what it is that I would expect of them. Wow, that's a really powerful card for my pile 3s. The next card that we have here is Cracked Open. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So you may feel very much as well like people just don't get you. They just don't get you. You may feel very, very different from people. Your natal Neptune may also be saying to surrender to her. This is another pile that also has the word surrender in the oracle cards. And like I said, the oracle cards is a message from your natal Neptune. So she wants you to surrender to the alchemy of life, to the ingredients of life, to the different ways of life. And then it says also here, rock bottom, and we have the Earthed card. And when you're grounded, you're on the ground. You're rock bottom, not in a negative way, but you're on the ground because you're so grounded. That's what builds up that confidence. That's what makes you confident. That's what makes you assured. So what I'm seeing here with this Cracked Open card is your natal Neptune really wants you to sort of open up Wow, I forgot. That was one of the first things that I said. I believe with this Nine of Cups in reverse is that people feel like they can't get next to you. People feel like they cannot get close to you. Like I was saying earlier, that you may come across as sort of aloof or detached, unresponsive. Your natal Neptune is saying, like, let me in. Crack open, let me in, so that the way you can surrender to my alchemy. Neptune wants you to surrender to her alchemy. Neptune is highly healing. Highly, highly healing. I think Neptune might be one of the strongest healers in our solar system as far as the planets go, these celestial bodies. I believe that she's probably one of the strongest healers. So she wants you to surrender to her alchemy. She's trying to show you something for sure, but you have to surrender to her energy first. And the best way to do that is to get into this otherworldly sort of vibrational frequency. So that could be through things like music, art, dancing, cooking. Neptune's like that psychedelic planet where it's like it feels like you're taking a ride through the 70s. So for sure, she really wants you to open up to her, that the way you can surrender to her alchemy, because she's trying to gift you something. She's trying to give you something. And then the next two cards that we have here is, I do not know how to pronounce these cards. Please forgive me, you guys. This is a new card deck, but it's really centered around like Hindu mythology and Hinduism, things like that. And I hate pronouncing names and words and things from other religions that I don't know how to pronounce, because I hate getting them wrong. I hate mispronouncing them, because I have so much respect for other traditions and religions and things like that, and other cultures. That's the last thing that I'd ever want to do, is not show any respect to cultures and traditions and things like that. So please forgive me if I mispronounce these cards, okay? But the very first one that we have here is, I believe it is Satya. And the card, this was in reverse, because you can read these oracle cards in reverse. So this was in reverse, but it says here, Sattva, I believe. Let me get the book to read these two cards here to see what they're saying. All right. Well, I actually just opened the book, and it was to this card right here. So it says here, you are moving towards your truth, peeling off all layers of inauthenticity that have been placed upon you by societal conditioning. Wow. Through this shedding, you are finally feeling truth's bare skin as you place your fingers upon your face. Through this shedding, just like it says here, cracked open, you're shedding something. She wants you to open up and shed something. Yeah. She's trying to give you something, your Neptune is. But yeah, it says through this shedding, you are finally feeling truth's bare skin as you place your fingers upon your face, finally coming home to yourself. This truth has been dormant inside you all along, waiting until your awakening. Through this process of understanding, unlearning, and evolving, you become a Bodhi. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it's spelled Bodhi. I'll also put it across the screen for you guys as well, okay? But it says you are becoming a awakened person, basically is what that means. Continue to step into this new paradigm of truth as you shed all false beliefs, narratives, and stories so you can emerge as your true self. Ask yourself, where and how can I show up more authentically in my life? What makes me feel like I'm living in my truth? Are my relationships in alignment with who I am at this moment? What masks am I still wearing to make me feel loved, secure, or significant? Wow. Like I was getting earlier, people may think that you're a yes man or a yes woman, a yes sort of person, that you're sort of malleable, that you're not necessarily being who you truly are because you're not trying to rock waves. You don't want to create waves. This card is sort of almost saying the same thing, that this is all about you shedding and finally feeling truth's bare skin. So there is a truth that has been dormant inside of you all along, waiting until your awakening. Okay, so like I was saying, I don't see you as a yes person or a yes man or a yes woman. What I'm seeing you as is just like I'm not being transparent with you because I don't feel like you can equate up to my standards. That's what I'm feeling with you guys energetically, intuitively here. This card is saying, though, this card is taking that message a step further and is saying, come out with that authentic side of yourself. If you truly want to say no, say no. If you truly want to say yes, say yes. If you feel like, you know what, I might say this and you might not like it, it might create a few waves, then say it. You know, whatever it is that you feel that you need to say or want to say it. Don't hold back. Because you do a lot of holding back that I picked up on earlier when we were talking about your tarot before we even got to your oracle cards. I definitely picked up on that. But the one thing that I picked up on was you were doing that because you just felt like people couldn't be what you needed them to be anyway. So what's the point in even trying? What's the point in even trying? You know, but this card is saying, try. Let people know what your standards are. Even if they seem like impossible expectations, put them out there. Let people know what you expect of them. Even if it feels like they can't equate up to it, that's fine. Put it out there. That's what this card is saying. So this card is taking this message a step further and saying, put it out there. And then this card here, okay, and then this card here, it's in reverse, all right? So this card is in reverse here, and it says, have your thoughts been cloudy recently? Have the foods you've been putting into your body been less than pure? Has your breath been swimming in shallow waters? It's time to cleanse your body, mind, and spirit. Let go of toxic foods, thoughts, emotions, situations, and people. We take on the energy of all that is around us, and continuous exposure to lower vibration places will bring down our energy if we don't consciously put in the work to bring it back up. Try a Kitchari cleanse. I'm not sure what that is. I will also put that across the screen, but it's spelled Kitchari. Try a Kitchari cleanse for several days to allow your body and mind time to digest all that it has taken in. Eat only fresh cooked foods straight from the earth and avoid anything processed. Practice daily yoga and meditation on and off the mat. Sattva, not sure if I'm saying that right, will return when you return to your truth. Again, you guys, we have truth in this card, truth coming up again in this card. I'm just going to read the last line of this card. It says, practice daily yoga and meditation on and off the mat. Sattva will return when you return to your own truth. And this card was talking about truth. And this says here, cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Wow. Yeah, so Neptune's trying to get you to surrender to a truth, to your truth, to her truth. And she wants you to really start putting it out there and just seeing how it goes, you know? And if it makes waves, that's fine. That's fine. Neptune is saying that she's got you. She's definitely saying she's got you. I do not know why, but in this Nine of Cups, it looks like Neptune all day to me. And maybe it's like this sort of planet-looking thing here, but it just does. It looks like Neptune to me. So yeah, she's saying to surrender to her so that the way you can start putting your truth out there. She wants to help you start putting your truth out there. So she wants you to crack open the way she can get you into alignment with her own energy and her own vibrational frequency. And when you get into alignment with Neptune's own vibrational frequency, that is going to put you in alignment with your own truth, because it keeps coming up in this pile here. Okay, so yeah, that's one of the main things that I'm seeing when it comes to your natal Neptune as to why people are so drawn to you, is just because you don't police them. You don't police them. And it doesn't mean that you putting the truth out there means that you're going to start policing people or, pressuring people to be a certain way. I don't believe that it means that. I believe that what your natal Neptune is saying is like, just make it be known how you feel. Make it be known how you truly feel. Don't police people. Don't take it a step further and police people or anything like that, or pressure people or judge people. But just put it out there. This is how I feel, and that's it. And then walk away like you always do. You just allow people to do their own thing, and that's what people love about you. So put it out there, put your truth out there, what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you're seeing, and then allow people to still go off and do them. That's what I'm seeing here, pile 3, okay? So thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time out to thank your beautiful guys, my beautiful guys, our higher self, and amazing spirit itself for these messages today, as well as the amazing Mother Neptune for coming through and delivering such a beautiful message today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed. Please keep conquering the world, and I'll be back next time, all right? Bye, guys. All right, pile number 4, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with the tarot cards before getting to the oracle cards. So let's go on ahead and see what it is that people are so drawn to you for, what spell you have them under, okay? So the very first card that we have here is the Tower. All right, pile 4. First off, you're a very strong empath. First off, know this. You are a extremely powerful empath. People are drawn to you, Pile 4, because they see themselves in you. They see themselves in you. And before you start commenting, that's not what the Tower means. I do not. If you're looking for a reader that's just going to regurgitate the meaning of the cards to you, don't come to my channel, because I'm going off of intuition. I also do pull off of what the cards mean, but this is mostly intuition. Okay? People are drawn to you because they see themselves in you. They see their past in you. They see their ego and their own destructive behaviors in you. There's a lot of projection that people do when it comes to you, Pile 4. So they see you as destructive and something that needs saving or rescuing, when in reality, it's them. They're the ones that need saving and rescuing. And they're drawn to you because you are a mirror for them. They're drawn to their own reflection in you. People are drawn to you because they think you need help or rescuing or saving or answers or help. They're responding to their own 911 call. Wow, there's a lot of energy in this pile, and it's coming through really, really strong, just based off of this first card here. People are drawn to the problems within themselves when they see you, Pile 4, because you are a very strong empath. I've described empaths before as a mirror. You're a walking, living, breathing mirror to people. So if you've had a lot of hard relationships, disastrous or painful experiences with people, Pile 4, they're reacting to what's inside of them, not you. And what happens when you are an empath is it's like two mirrors being held up to each other. They see the reflection. They see their own reflection in your reflection. And so it's like when you hold up two mirrors to each other and they create this infinite portal of reflection. So a lot of people are drawn to you because they have been running from their own demons, fears, and shortcomings, and they think that you are just another distraction to keep them away from facing what they need to face. But in actuality, you are the one thing leading them right to their own healing. They don't see it as healing, though, because in order to heal, you have to locate the source of darkness, pain, or struggle. People are drawn to you because they are drawn to their own truth. The Tower is the truth. It's the brutal truth of a situation that's been wearing a mask or a front. This building in the Tower seems very sturdy and strong, but the second a lightning bolt strikes or some major occurrence happens, some sort of cataclysm, it comes crumbling down. Much like relationships and things in our life, when things are good, they're great, right? But when they're bad, it's like a completely different situation or relationship or person that you're dealing with. It's like the mask comes off. When it's bright and sunny outside, this tower is standing strong, sturdy, no problem. But when a gust of wind or lightning and rain hits, it shatters, revealing all along that this structure has been weak. But those weak points were covered up behind this mask, this facade, this image, this lie. So people are drawn to their own truth that they've been denying, that they've been running from. Wow, Pile 4, this just got deep. This just got deep. I mean, I was expecting to see like, oh, it's your personality. You're just so, the pretty basic tarot reader response. You're just very attractive, right? But no, this got deep. This got deep. Yeah. The next card that we have here is the beautiful Heart of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. Oh my God. Oh my God. This reading gets crazier and crazier. The Queen of Swords here is, people think that they have answers for you. They think that they're the ones helping you at first. Then they swiftly find out you are a Queen of Swords. You are a Queen of Truth, and you don't need anyone to save you. Maybe you need some help from time to time, but you are completely aware of how capable and able you are. And if you're not aware of that, you will be very soon. There's another element here too, where people are drawn to you for your wit. You're very calculated, like this Black Panther, very charismatic. If you're engaged in someone enough, then you are very charismatic. You have to be engaged in someone first though. But this is the card. Oh my God, you guys. This is the card of Libra. Libra is about balancing the scales. You balance people's karma. People are drawn to you to solely to take care of their karmic debts. People come to you to take care of their karmic debts, to deal with or cope with the things that they've been trying to run from. It's almost like the second that they get sucked into your orbit, your energy almost starts to hunt them out like this panther. Oh my God, you're not consciously doing this. Your higher self is reconnecting to, wow, okay, let me take a second here. This is wild. This is literally something that I've never seen before. Your energy, like I was saying, it starts to hunt people like this panther here. You're not consciously doing this, but your higher self is reconnecting people to their own higher selves, which is their truth. And many people cannot take that. Many people try to run from that, but your energy is a panther. It almost seeks these people out. So there's some magnetism from both ends here. It's not just that people are drawn to you. Your higher self works to pull people in. Because your higher self seeks them out, you must be a healer, pile 4. And you might not be aware of it just yet because your higher self is spearheading a lot of this. Its mission is to help connect others to a truth that they've been avoiding or trying to run from, trying to escape. And it's funny because Neptune is a planet of escapism. Neptune is a planet of I want to escape from this reality to plug into another reality. That is are you guys like with me here? Are you seeing all these crazy ass connections? Because I am, and it's blowing my mind right now. Next card here, because I really, wow. Innocence of Cups in reverse. This is known as the Page of Cups in reverse, you guys. So there's healing happening here in pile 4. It's in reverse because people don't end up with whatever they initially sought you out for in the first place. That's why this Page of Cups is in reverse. There's so much more in store for them when people connect to you. Like the Page of Cups is normally depicted as a man holding a cup with a fish coming out of it. This is to show that there's so much more than meets the eye. There's so much more in store than what you initially thought. At first you thought there was just a drink inside of that cup, but come to find out there's a whole fish. And so there's this element of people being drawn to you because they think that they're helping or providing you something, when in reality, it's about them getting the help that they've been running from. That's the surprise. That's the fish in your cup that they weren't expecting to come across, is them having to deal with their own shit. This is powerful. You are literally a Page of Cups to them. Like, yeah, come on over here. And then the second that they come, and you're not consciously doing this. This is your own energy. This is your own higher self being like, oh yeah, I'm pulling them in. You have such a gravitational force around you. Libra is the scales, right? Libra is the scales. This is when we deal with the other. This is when we deal with people being drawn to something because it's like, I'm being drawn to something else. I'm being drawn to the other. I'm being drawn to that other scale. I'm being drawn to the other side. I'm being drawn to the other. You are here to balance people's scales. And your energy hunts out these other people. Look at this. We have the symbol of Mars in this Tower card here. Mars is the god of war. Like I said, you hunt people's energy. Let me move on. I need to move on to your oracle cards because this is blowing me away right now. The very first card that we have here is Perspective. And it says here, none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Exactly. You are people's perspective. You are people's perspective. None of this matters. Yeah, like I was saying, people think that they're coming to you like, oh, I'm drawn to you because it's like people are drawn to you because you look like the one that's in need of something. And what they don't realize is they're looking at a mirror. The next card that we have here is Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Beautiful. Oh yeah, and by the way, the oracle cards that I've pulled here is for I pulled the oracle cards with the intention that your natal Neptune would come through with a message. Okay, so these oracle cards are supposed to be a particular message, a personal message from your natal Neptune to you. Okay, and it says Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Yeah, so you are enshrining something. You are enshrining your soul for sure, but what it is that you're doing is you're connecting people back to their healthiest, highest version of themselves. You're very healing. Like I said, you're very healing for people. You're all about helping people get to their own health by connecting them to their own truth. What I'm picking up here energetically is you may have Neptune in Pisces, for sure, Capricorn, definitely, Gemini, Libra, Aries, and Sagittarius. And that would be the 12th, 10th, 3rd, 7th, 1st, and 9th houses. Yeah. Now, your natal Neptune does not have to be in these houses or in these signs for this message to apply to you. But that's just something that I like to put out there, that's the energy that I'm picking up on, because sometimes that helps you guys out for those of you that know your birth chart. But your natal Neptune does not have to be in those placements for this message to apply to you. If this message resonates with you, then fuck where it is that I say I'm picking up where your natal Neptune is placed at, okay? Forget about that. If this message resonates, that's all that matters. Please forgive me if I mispronounce these names. But the very first one that we have here is Dharana. And this card was in reverse because these oracle cards can be pulled in reverse. But this is the card Shiva. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the book and I'm going to read the definition for both of these cards, okay? And for this card here, it says 8 stages of yoga, single focused concentration. It says it is time to focus your mind on one goal to undergo the transformation that comes from concentration. The birthing process of an idea takes deep commitment to usher it to life. Through single focused commitment, you will be able to deepen your understanding of your goal and from its core, bring it to fruition. This is your time to say no to everything that is not related to your dharma. Practice dharana and focus on what it is that you came to this earth to do. What did I tell you guys? Let me just read that one line again. It says, through single focused commitment, you will be able to deepen your understanding of your goal and from its core, bring it to fruition. So you're bringing things from the core to fruition. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Like I said, you're enshrining something. That is your core that you are enshrining, right? Whenever we are enshrining or protecting something, it is because we are protecting that source or that core of something, right? So this is you bringing that core to the surface. You are bringing that core from underneath all these different layers that people have enshrined themselves behind. You're bringing it to the surface for people to finally be exposed to it and to finally deal with it. That's what you do here. And like it says in this card, this is what you came to this earth to do. When it talks about dharma here, because it says that this card is say no to everything that is not related to your dharma. Dharma is the word for your highest purpose. I do know that much. But yeah, this is your highest purpose. Your highest purpose is to connect people to their highest version of themselves. The only way for that to happen is for people to encounter and be exposed to their inner truth, their inner core that is enshrined. It's enshrined behind a lot of different layers. Exactly. Perspective, none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Zoom out. Perspective. You're bringing people perspective. Some people are too zoomed out. Some people aren't zoomed out enough. You're here to sort of balance that like Libra. You're hunting that. And moving on to Shiva, God of destruction and rebirth. Ooh, oh God, yes, I love a good destruction and rebirth. I don't know about you guys, but I do. And it says here, when you change your ways, I'm reading the reversal of this. When you change your ways and adopt habits, hobbies, and lifestyle choices that are unfamiliar to those around you, they will call you mad. However, you are opening up the door for a new way of being. Do not let the words of others hold you down. Rather, use them as a reminder that you are on the right path, shifting consciousness. You guys, you are shifting other people's consciousness. Okay, all right, let me keep going. When Shiva began practicing sadhana, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I will put the word across the screen, but it's spelled S-A-D as in dog, H-A-N as in no, A. People could not understand his ways. When Shiva began practicing sadhana, people could not understand his ways. Yet they created the basis of what we know as yoga. So never doubt your significance in the way your authenticity can impact others. Yes. So for my pile fours, like I was saying, if you've had particularly heavy relationships with people, difficult relationships with people, if you feel misunderstood by people, if you feel like people never get you, that's because people are not reacting to you. They are reacting to their own selves, okay? People might not be able to understand you. Like it says here, perspective, none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. None of this matters. If they can't understand you, just know that that does not matter, because there's a bigger thing at play here. This is much, much bigger than why people come into your life. People are coming into your life for something extremely profound and significant, so they can start to shape and reshape their own environment and their own reality and their own world, so they can start to impart their own highest and greatest version of themselves onto this world. So you're connecting people you're not just connecting to your own purpose, you are also connecting people to their purpose, to their highest and greatest version of themselves. So for my pile fours, I feel like if you have intuitively selected pile 4, you may have had some really heavy relationships, some really painful experiences dealing with your relationships in your life. This is because you are a literal you're like a huge mirror to the people in your life, and they have to, and the more a person is trying to run away from their own truth, they're trying to escape their own truth, the bigger reaction that they're going to have to you, the bigger falling out you may experience with certain relationships in your life. You may experience really big falling outs because these people are really trying to run from themselves. They're really trying to run from their truth. And they think that you are a distraction. You're making a lot of really big impactful changes happen. I think it even said in that card that you're making some really big impactful changes on the world and in people's lives. So this is all that I'm seeing, pile 4. I know that this got really deep, really heavy. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in, pile 2. And it is 22:22 right now on my clock, on one of my clocks. So yeah, thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, an amazing spirited self, as well as the amazing mother Neptune herself, for coming through and delivering such a beautiful message. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, you guys, please stay safe, stay blessed, keep conquering the world. And I will be back next time, all right? Bye, guys.